Hi, this is Phil from SMC Racing. Today I'm here to show you how to change the stator in your Totemic motor. The design of the Totemic is such that there is no wind identification on the can itself. It is all written just here on the stator, which you can see through the large window on either side of the motor. Today we're going to change the 6.5 into a 5.5. How we do that is by removing the three large screws at the back, not the three small ones, those are only for timing. But removing these three large screws, we'll pull off the end bell, pull off the mounting plate, remove the rotor, then we take the stator out of the can, change it, and put it all back together again. So, as I said, we start with these three screws back here. All that we need is a 2mm Allen key, and we are going to take out the three screws. Just put them aside as we take them out, so that they don't stick to the rotor, which we will eventually pull out. Now with the three screws removed, what I like to do is hold the stator through the windows with my thumb and finger, and then on a hard surface very lightly press down, and it will remove the end bell. So, now hold the pressure down and just take the end bell off. This way we haven't damaged the sensor board on the back of the motor. We'll put that down. As we release, the mounting plate comes off the front, being forced off by the magnet. This paper insulator is important. It's part of the end bell assembly. We'll put that together in a second. But now with the mounting plate, we'll just put it aside. We'll take out the rotor. You got to pull pretty firm on this because good strong magnet. This is a 12.5 magnet. We also have a 12.3 available for different tuning options. If all that you're interested in doing is changing the rotor, change it now and put it back together, as I'll show you in a minute. Otherwise we'll continue with the stator exchange. Now the stator is reasonably tight inside of here, good close finish. I like to hold the end of the can and then using my thumbs just lightly push the stator out, hold the can and pull evenly, and the 6.5 comes out. We'll put that aside not to mix it up. We'll take the 5.5 and in the large notch on the back of the can, we're going to align that with the PCB here on the stator. Push them together nice and lightly, and I gotta align them. And they line up and they bottom out nice and even. Let's put the magnet back in, the rotor back in. It's going to go in with a bang. It's a strong magnet, so it goes in really quickly. There are two brass shims, one large one here on the back and one small one here on the front. Don't lose them. Put the assembly down. We're going to put the end bell back on. We need to put the insulator back in. There is a large lobe on the top of the insulator. That goes in the large space that the printed circuit board will take up. As we've put this back together, we need to make sure that the insulator hasn't obscured the three mounting holes. Now the way I like to put this back together is, again, hold the stator through the windows on the side, and using the palm of my hand push the rotor out the back so that we can engage the back of the rotor in the bearing in the sensor board without damaging the sensor board. And then align the three prongs inside the can and lightly allow everything to slide back together. Easy peasy. Now we're going to do the same thing for mounting the mounting plate. The only thing with the mounting plate is we have to remember that the three prongs here have to align with the three mounting screw holes, because the threads for the screws are inside these prongs. So as we're putting this back together, we'll push it back in, go to center of the magnet, and I like to line up the hole with the prong. It's still fairly easy to move, so I just push them together lightly, insert the first screw. The screw doesn't go in all the way, so we just wiggle the mounting plate a little bit and it goes in about that far. That's about as far as it needs to go. Screw starts nice and easy. Let's not tighten it up all the way. Put the other two in. We can snug that down. Not too tight. Get the third screw in. Tighten up the 3 screws. And that's it. We've now created a 5.5 very simply out of our 6.5, and we can go back to it at any time that we want. That's it. It's ready to go into your car now. Enjoy.